Hey y'all, Rick Sky here. Welcome back to another Timepieces for Tomorrow video. And within this video, I want to talk about why Tudor is one of my favorite watch brands. Why Tudor is one of my favorite wristwatches to wear. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pop over here to my other camera where you can see my table in front of me. And we're going to talk about two popular Tudor references. Now on the wrist today, I've got the Rolex Submariner 114060. And on the table, I've got two Tudors. Tudors, man. So this Tudor is the Tudor Black Bay Chrono. This is a 41 millimeter chronograph. It's got a date complication at the 6 o'clock position. It's got a seconds at the 9 o'clock position. And obviously it's got a chronograph complication with screw down pushers. So this has a stated water resistance of 200 meters or 660 feet. So it's a sports watch that if everything is properly tested and your crown and your pushers are screwed down, it's capable of taking a swim. So you could wear this to your pool party, go out, have you a few cocktails or whatever, and have fun and not have to worry about your wristwatch. It does have the oyster style bracelet, as you can see, super comfortable. You know, just like a Rolex. I mean, it's a oyster style bracelet. And if you didn't know, Tudor is the sister brand of Rolex. You know, Hans Wilsdorf, not to misquote him, but essentially in a roundabout way, he said that he was creating the more affordable Rolex, and that's what he did. But there's no compromises with the current Tudor offerings in the Black Bay line. When Tudor released Black Bay, that's when I started to like Tudor. You can see here this the sapphire crystal is a domed sapphire crystal, meaning that it sticks up. This bezel insert is aluminum, so it should develop a pleasing patina over time. On the wrist here, and I'll show you. I'm just going to put these on because it doesn't do much good if you don't put it on. So there's a Submariner. This is a 40 millimeter Rolex Submariner reference. So let's take it off, and then I'm going to show you the Tudor Black Bay Chrono, which is 41 millimeters. Very nice clasp, very good wrist presence, not too big, not too tall. A lot of people have commented, including myself, about the case thickness of the Tudor Black Bay Chrono. But once I put it on my wrist, I would not want this in a smaller Black Bay 58 configuration. I felt, by looking at paper only, I felt that was something that, once I put it on my wrist, that I may not like it. But I mean, it's a phenomenal piece, exceptionally comfortable, as one might expect from an oyster style bracelet. I mean, this is Tudor, again, is Rolex's sister brand. You're getting a 70-hour power reserve, which is phenomenal. You're getting modern technology in a wristwatch that looks vintage, that looks old school. So you're getting the old school look, but you're getting the modern tech. So it's an awesome, awesome thing. And this is present across the Black Bay line. So why I love Tudor, and this video is going to tell you, but why I love Tudor is that it's a lot more, and again, things can change, but currently it's a lot more affordable than Rolex. It's Rolex's sister brand. It doesn't have the perceived snob factor of a Rolex, if you're worried about that. I personally care less, but some people are worried about it. But I like Tudor for all those reasons, and then I'm going to tell you some more reasons. So this right here, and you can see I got scratches on it, man. These things are meant to be worn. They're tool watches. They're dive watches. They don't belong in a safe. I mean, they belong on your wrist. Well, they belong in a safe, but they belong on your wrist when you're wearing them. But yeah, I mean, this is another awesome example. I think this Tudor right here it's hard to say. I mean, because you can't compare a chronograph complication to a wind and wear non-date. I mean, you could, but they're both awesome for what they are. But I will compare this But this video is all about why Tudor is one of my favorite wristwatches and why I wear them a lot more. So we're going to talk about that. So this one right here, this is 39 millimeters. This is the Tudor Black Bay 58. I think the case proportions on this are perfect. I mean, it's just an exceptionally well-designed timepiece. It's got an aluminum bezel insert, so again, expect it to develop that pleasing, assuming you wear it. I mean, it's like it's meant to be worn. The ocean, the pool, the hot tub. You know, wear it. Get it wet. Bang it up. But this has a very nice bezel action. I mean, it's obvious when you hold this in your hands that it's got Rolex DNA running throughout it. I mean, it's, you know, the hands are different. You know, you got this, what they call the snowflake style hands, and that's a design element of both of these. I think this is the perfect as Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3, our pontiff, the most knowledgeable wristwatch person in the entire world. And he hails from Australia. Brisbane. But as he would say, this is the perfect combo meal deal. I don't think he would disagree with that comment. You know, if you like Tudor, or Tudor, as he might say, this right here could possibly be the perfect combo meal deal. You got a wind and wear no date. You got a chronograph, must I say, a column wheel chronograph, very high quality chronograph, that's got a date but no cyclops, which keeps it clean. And then you got the usage of red on the chronograph hand, as well as the depth rating. So if you're familiar with Rolex, you know that when they use red on timepieces, it's often significant. I think both of these will probably become future classics. These two examples, you know, if you only had one Tudor, well, if you like chronographs, go with the Black Bay Chrono. But if you just want a simple wind and wear, this reference right here in the navy is awesome. The reason I went with the navy instead of the original Black Bay 58, which is kind of black, and but it did use some red, which was cool. The reason I went with this one was that this doesn't utilize faux patina, fake patina. The other, at the time of filming this, the Black Bay 58 utilizes faux patina. Not that that's a problem, but it's just a personal preference. I like both of these wristwatches, and I wear them a lot because I just like the wrist feel. Now, these are 316L stainless steel, both the Tudors. So, very good stainless steel. Rolex obviously is a step beyond. They use their own, 915L or whatever. Rolex does a lot with the metals in-house, which is really cool. Rolex is a different tier. But, again, Tudor and Rolex, they're all part of the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation. So they were both founded by Hans Wilsdorf. So very high quality wristwatches from a company that, I mean, they make Rolex. So, you know, they know how to make wristwatches. But the cool thing about Tudor, and the reason that I find myself wearing Tudor more, you know, number one, and I don't care. I mean, I wear my wristwatches. I bang them up, I scratch them, I swim with them. I mean, I always have my crown screwed down, but, you know, I mean, they're worn, they're tool watches. But with that being said, I can wear a Tudor, have the same quality on my wrist. Now, Tudor, like the Rolex, they're just the basic Submariner. It's got a ceramic bezel. It's got white gold hands, white gold indices, and then platinum graduations within the ceramic bezel. So it utilizes precious metals, even though it's a stainless steel sports wristwatch. This and this, neither of these Tudors, to my knowledge, utilize precious metals. So they're more tool than jewel. Let's say that. That kind of rhymes in a weird way. But, you know, these are, and again, this doesn't have crown guards, so that helps to amplify the vintage, old school style look. And then also the domed sapphire crystal also suggests vintage, old school style look. So both of these pieces, Tudors, these are the two Tudors I've got right now. These Tudors are They get the most wrist time just because they're comfortable. They're very reliable. The power reserves are, 70 hours. So, if I rotate, I can wear a Tudor for a few days, and fully wind that, mechanism inside, and then slap it on a few days later, and I don't have to wind it again because they've got the 70-hour. These two references have a 70-hour power reserve. So they're really exceptional pieces. They look nice. They don't try to scream that, hey, I'm something else. A lot of people look at the Tudor and be like, man, that's a Rolex knockoff, without realizing that Tudor is a sister brand of Rolex. So I like them because they're comfortable. I get the wearability that I get from Rolexes, but I get the the different design that not everybody else in the wherever you are has on their wrist. So, at least at the time of filming this video, Tudor is less common, but because of several factors. Number one, the quality that Tudor has brought to the table with Black Bay. Also, the difficulty to find any Rolex in an authorized dealer has helped to further promote the popularity of the Tudor brand. And I'm a firm supporter of Tudor. I like them, and I don't. Again, check out my other videos. I don't look at Tudor as a compromise. Now, if you want something blingy with precious metals and all of that, that's not what you're getting with Tudor. With Tudor, you're getting a tool watch. Something that's meant to be worn and possibly get it wet and do this, that, and the other. Tudor is not a piece of jewelry. Well, none of these watches are. But the Submariner would come closer to being categorized as that, just because of the Rolex name recognition and again, the use of precious metals even in that stainless steel piece. So it's pretty interesting stuff, though. But Tudor has really, they have knocked it out of the park since they released Black Bay. And I'm not a fan of the original Black Bays because I don't like them on my wrist. Even though this is similar to the case size of an original Black Bay, this, because it's a chronograph, I feel that it's proportionally correct. I felt that I wanted to like the Tudor Black Bay GMT, or the Tudor Pepsi, as people may call it, but I couldn't because I just felt it was too case thick. Now, if they release a GMT in the Black Bay 58 case size, I think that is going to be one of the next ones to get. But until they do that, I'm satisfied with my Tudor wind and wear two-hander with no date and the Tudor Black Bay Chrono. I think, again, as Archibald Chesterfield III would probably say, this is a combo meal deal, and it's a hunger buster. I agree. It definitely is. So tell me what you think. This is why I like Tudor. Do you like Tudor? Do you feel that Tudor is just a cheap compromise? What do you think about Tudor? Good, bad, ugly? Comment below and subscribe and tell me what you think. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain Irix Guy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/Irix Guy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.